This upcoming weekend is looking very promising, and it looks like we're going to have a good night of fights ahead of us, especially for the MMA UFC fans. UFC 306 is only a couple of days away, and it's going to be happening in the iconic arena this fair. This is supposed to be a once and done event. I don't believe it. I think if this event is successful, Dana White is going to come back to this. It could be a couple of years down the line, but a successful event, you will always come back. I've been hearing about this fair thing for the last 4 months from Dana White and company. Apparently, this is going to be the most expensive event that they ever put on. I hope it's as good as hype, but I am looking forward to it and I can't wait to see what really happens. Enough of this spare now. Let's talk about the fight. We have the two best bantamweights on the planet. One is trying to defend his bantamweight crown and the other one is coming to take his head off and get it off him. We have Suga Show taking off Merab Dvalish's, guys. These are the best of the best, no doubt about it. What can you say about Sean O'Malley's character? That guy is colorful. He is one of my favorite fighters at the moment in the roster. I'm not going to lie. I'm a big fan of Sean O'Malley. Both in and outside the octagon, he's entertaining to me. I like the way he carries himself. He's just a well-rounded package for me, in my opinion. And then you're talking about Merab Dvalish's. That guy is some character. He's a funny guy. He knows exactly what he's doing on the social media. It's getting better and better. Couple of years back, nobody knew who Merab Dvalish's was, let's be honest. But since the last 2 years, he's just been spiking up. Like everybody, Merab Dvalish's, funny guy, Merab Dvalish's. You just laugh when you look at that fella. You guys remember when Sean O'Malley handed his jacket to Merab Dvalish's and thought he was one of the guys that was in the octagon that was working for the UFC or something like that. And Merab Dvalish's took Sean O'Malley's jacket and wore the jacket. That was funny. You guys remember that? Anyways, enough about that. Let's talk about these boys' skills. Skill to skill, guys. Both fighters are different. Very, very different fighters. That's what makes this fight very interesting, in my opinion. You have the Mano, the champion, the bantamweight champion, Sean O'Malley, a striker. If you tell me Sean O'Malley is the best striker in the UFC, I'm not going to argue with you. If you tell me he's the third best striker, I'm not going to argue with you. But all I know is that guy is one of the top best strikers in the UFC. Full stop. He's a sniper. I call him a sniper. And this show on Saturday is going to be the Suga Show, mark my words. Every time Sean O'Malley fights, I call it the Suga Show. Anyway, Sean O'Malley, a sniper, coming to take your head off, really. All he cares about is coming to take your head off. He knows when to strike. He knows when not to strike. His knees, punches, everything is on point. His takedown defense is pretty good as well. It is pretty good as well. I say the guy is grinding his wrestling and jiu-jitsu every day of the week as well, guys. I'm not going to say and lie to you guys. I know exactly this guy's work ethic from following him. And from what I'm hearing from people talking about Sean O'Malley, he walks like a horse from the morning to the evening, man. The guy's always training. The guy has everything he needs in his house. He doesn't have to leave his house to train. Everything is there. His coach, everyone is there. So you know what that means? You wake up in the morning, a couple of steps, you go train. Go eat, get some massages, whatever. In the evening, go train. That is very handy. Some people have to travel like 1 hour to the gym. They have to travel like 2 hours to the gym, whatever. But that guy has his gym right beside him. And then back to Merab Dvalish's there. Merab Dvalish's, what can you really see about him? You know what he's going to do. Going to try and take you down and take you down and take you down. The cardio is ridiculous. Merab Dvalish's can go from now till tomorrow. He doesn't get tired. Imagine grappling and wrestling. Do you know how tiring wrestling is? You're trying to take someone down once. You're wrecked. Never mind going for it over and over for 25 minutes. This guy can do it, not a problem. But guys, he's going to be fighting a sniper. He needs to be very careful coming in and coming for that takedown because Sean O'Malley is going to give him a knee in the middle or snipe his jaws. I'm telling you, Sean O'Malley is going to snipe him. if it comes in reckless. I see this fight going three ways, guys. I'm not going to lie. I see it being a quick fight. I see it going the full distance. Or I see something freaky happening in this fight. When I mean something freaky, I mean some kind of an injury, some kind of an eye poke, or some kind of like points deducted or something. I don't know, something freaky. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I feel something freaky. And then when I mean it's going to go the full distance, I mean the two boys have their own moment. Merab has his own moment, takes Sean O'Malley down. Sean O'Malley tries to get up. He holds him there for a while. A little bit of ground and pound. He gets up. Sean O'Malley gets up again. Gets some leg kicks in. Blah, blah, blah. Drops Merab. Merab gets back up. Over and over, back and forth. Both guys having their moment for 5 rounds. I also see that happening. But the most likely situation that I see and that I want to happen is Sean O'Malley sniping Merab Dvalish's in the first round. I think this is what's going to happen. I like Merab. It's not about liking who you like or who you don't like. This is about what I think is going to happen. Sean O'Malley, first round or maybe second round, finds that jaw, guys. Finds that jaw, and Merab Dvalish's can't take it. Down she goes. There we go. And that is the end of the fight. But one thing I'm going to say, guys, is I won't be surprised if Merab wins this fight. Obviously, as I said before, these two guys are at the top of the food chain in the bantamweight division. No doubt about it. And I am looking forward to this fight. I am really, really looking forward to this fight. Even the two boys walking into the octagon is going to be amazing. Everything is going to be amazing. And again, this fair is going to make it even more interesting. I can't wait to see what the UFC does with it. The second fight then, guys, that I want to talk about. I'm only going to talk about 3 fights, the last 3 fights, guys. The second fight, Valentino Shevchenko and Grasso are going to go at it for the 3rd time. The first time, Grasso won the fight. The second time was a draw. And now the 3rd time. I'm not going to lie to you, that second fight, I thought Valentino edged it. But it's all good. A draw, it's all good. They're going to go back at it again and see what happens. I don't know if you guys saw The Ultimate Fighter. I saw some of it. I didn't see everything, but I saw some of it. Grasso had a good one because most of our fighters won most of Valentino's fighters, which I don't think that has anything to do with the fight anyways. That is just The Ultimate Fighter. It's just nice to watch and see how the two ladies, how they do and stuff. It's quite interesting. If you guys haven't seen it and you have some spare time, just go watch it. It's on YouTube as well, actually, if you want to know. Valentino Bullet Shevchenko. If there's one lady fighter that I want to meet, is Valentino Shevchenko. How could you not like Valentino Shevchenko? This woman can fight. She can dance. She's into guns. She's just athletic all around. And she's beautiful as well. Let's not lie. Valentino Shevchenko is a perfect fighter. Even the way she fights. I just like the way she fights. She's very good. Remember when she was dominating the division, like dominating over and over again? You're like, is anybody gonna win Shevchenko? Like, what's going on? Who's gonna beat this woman? But as they said, there's always one person for everyone. If you stay in the game long enough, there's always gonna be one person that will beat you up on that day. On that day anyway. Because again, you have to remember, if you keep winning, you keep winning. You know, like the motivation can't be there for title fight after title fight. You can't be the same. You can't have the same motivation every time title fight. There's going to be some days that you're having a bad day. And there's going to be some days that you're having a good day. That separates the real champions from the other guys. And that was what she has been able to do over these years. Keep winning and keep winning. But I'm happy for Grasso, though. I'm not going to lie. I'm really happy for her. Like, she deserves the win. She deserves all the thing coming to her. This is not going to be an easy fight for any of them. It's not going to be an easy fight for any of these two women. But my prediction for this fight, I think Shevchenko is going to pull it off. I don't know how she's going to win. Ground or pound, submission, head kick, leg kick, whatever. I don't know. 5 rounds the distance. I don't know how she's going to win it. But I'm going to have to give it to Shevchenko. But it's going to be a hell of a fight. It's going to be a hell of a fight. Grasso is not going to make it easy for her by any stretch of the imagination. So that is my prediction for the co-main event. Another fight that I would like to mention quickly is Brian Ortega taking on Diego Lopez, guys. This could be the fight of the night, in my opinion. 3 rounds banger could be the fight of the night because we all know what Brian Ortega brings to the table. Is there any boring fight with Brian Ortega? Never. There's never a boring fight with that guy, man. And then he's going to be taking on Diego Lopez, which is the exact same thing. There's no boring fight with this guy neither. What can I say about Diego Lopez? Hungry. That is one thing I can see about him. Well-rounded. He needs this win to solidify his name as one of the top in that division. If he can get through Brian Ortega, he's doing really well. All eyes on him then. Watch out for him. Watch out. Even now, people are watching out for him because he's that good. So this is going to be a good test for him. And then Brian Ortega. We all know what he does in that octagon. A jiu-jitsu genius. A ground gamer. His striking is not that crisp compared to Diego Lopez. He knows how to strike, but he does get hit a lot. He's been in a lot of war. I don't know how much more he has in him. He's been into some wars in the past, Brian Ortega. Still has it. One of the toughest men I've ever came across in that octagon, I have to say. Brian Ortega is a tough human being. Oh my goodness. Go back and watch all his fights. This guy never gives up. He has the heart of a lion. He has the heart of 2 lions. Never mind of a lion. 2 lions, man. Brian Ortega, man. He's going to bring it. He's not going to give up. Diego Lopez needs to finish him. He basically needs to make this the fight of his life to win this fight. He basically needs to do that. The only reason why I'm not picking Brian Ortega for this fight is because I think Diego Lopez is a bit fresher. And he is just more hungry, I think. You know, he's coming up. He wants to make a name. There's a lot of tapes on how to fight Brian Ortega as well. I think his coaches are going to come up with a good game plan and try and dissect Brian Ortega bit by bit to either take it to the distance or they're winning by finish somehow. But it's going to be a tough fight, and it could be the fight of the night. I'm just going to have to go for Diego Lopez just for these reasons. I think he's going to make it. So those are the fights I'm going to talk about. But I'm going to be watching all the fights, obviously. I'm going to be watching it from the prelims, even the main cards and stuff like that. Everything, even the build-up. I still need to watch the embedded and all that. I'm still going to watch all these things for sure. There's still many days to go, and it's going to be a great card. And I can't wait out there pull up this magnificent event. A lot of money gone into it. I wish them the best of luck. The UFC entertained the hell out of me every weekend. Without the UFC, what else should I be doing? What else should I be watching? I'm not a big movie fan. I don't really watch soccer. I don't watch any of the things. All I watch is MMA, boxing, Muay Thai, and all that. Anyways, enough about that, guys. I'm sure it's going to be a great weekend for all you fans out there. Enjoy it. And don't forget to hit that bell. Thumbs up, very important. Share the video and give us a comment. Just say anything. Tell me who you think is going to win them 3 fights. Just tell me who you think is going to win it. The main event, whatever. And I'm going to see you guys at the next video. Take care.